everybody, back with a new episode of the Winchesters. Last episode, John died as his fate foretold because of that amulet, but he flipped it on its head by intentionally dying to have dead man's blood for the vampire to, be tricked. And, he got out of it. He's still here. Mary is still hunting with the group. She didn't make any indication that she's about to get out. We didn't check in with Samuel at all. We don't know what he's potentially finding out about the Akrita. But the group as a whole found out that John and Mary are together. So they questioned whether or not it was going to change the dynamic. We'll see. But then we also know that Betty is suspicious of Mary, which this next episode is called Suspicious Minds. She went to the reporter guy, the one that Mary had the date with. But he has been, he's got the 3 holes in his neck from the Akrita. So that's not great, but I feel like that's what we're going to deal with in this episode. I'm not sure if we're going to do any Samuel stuff. He kind of is just that absent father in the way that Supernatural is so well known for. But yeah, we're running out of episodes, so I'm hoping answers are around the corner. But yeah, let's get into it.
Oh dear.
Ooh, even further back in time.
I'm guessing you have a loose drive belt. It's an easy fix with a wrench and some sweat.
That's a crowbar. This was a trap.
I sure am lucky. Wouldn't you agree, Dorothea?
Dorothea? Hey, Dorothea. Akrita back then? No, how have we never heard of them?
Well, your dad and Ada are still out looking for magic to defeat the Akrita, and Carlos and Lada are searching for the Akrita Queen, so that leaves us with deep cuts from the mail letters back.
Oh, it's just gonna be you two?
There has to be something in here about taking out the Akrita.
They did the classic Supernatural. Oh, everybody else is doing something else. Just us.
KSU? You about to
College?
trade me in for a guy with elbow patches on his jacket?
Yeah?
I got it.
Way to go, Mary. Aww.
Normal life's right around the corner for you, Campbell.
Normal life is gonna have to wait another day.
It's always gonna be something,
Hunting
is
and
the
happy
thing.
endings don't usually mix. So when you get your chance, you gotta ask yourself, how far will I go to get it?
Good question.
Totally agree.
What's up?
It's Anton.
I knew it.
That's the problem. I can't stop thinking about him. No, but it's fine, right? I know what I have to do.
No.
Yes.
No.
Don't.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Don't sabotage it.
Show this. You were breaking up with him. Wait a minute. Maybe that's the answer.
Well, thank you. I'm glad you see I make a compelling argument.
No, not you. Hush. You're an idiot. I'm talking about finding the Akrita Queen.
Ah, right on schedule. May I poison chamomile?
Who the hell are you and what are you doing here?
I might ask the same.
Are you a Mormon?
My name is Porter J. Hobbs, Men of Letters, identification number 22-8.
Where do I know you from? We've
It didn't kill
crossed
you.
paths a few times, although you might not.
Oh,
remember.
that's good.
If you help us, I can help you forget all of it.
If I make an incision in the basal ganglia, similar to a craniotomy, the stingers can then be safely removed. But I'm afraid I'd be rather useless at procuring a subject. That's more,
Is he in the nanny?
Hunter work.
Is he Mr. Sheffield?
That's your nature.
Hey,
What's
we
he
set our
doing
own
wrong?
trap.
Took you long enough, Officer Jones.
Too bad you're gonna die before I can even get my cuffs on you.
Nice. Teamwork.
The Queen thinks these pests may still be useful, mainly leading us to this bastard.
Queen believes he's a hunter himself, and by all accounts from our spies in the field, he's the reason the Hunter's merry band got together.
He needs to be eliminated.
You can try.
But how? We don't even know who he is.
Finally paying back those bugs for what they took from me.
What did they take from you?
Oh, well, from all of us.
I don't
What was that about?
like him.
I'm getting the impression this is personal for him in a way he hasn't shared.
Aren't spells usually Ada's thing? I mean, did she teach you how to do any of this?
Close, but no. Tony did.
Have you been seeing him in your dreams?
Oh,
Yes, but it's not what you think.
oh,
Mostly not.
oh!
He's been educating me.
Oh,
I
I'm
bet.
sure he has.
Deep and slow.
That put me right to sleep.
You do it again.
No!
Stand back, I'll handle her.
No, don't. It's working. I tried to scream, but I'm not here anymore.
Oh, man.
I'm not anywhere.
She's underground.
Where underground?
We're getting
Wait a
somewhere.
second. Didn't Porter say he built the laboratory himself?
Jack Wilcox, assistant to A. Porter J. Hobbs, born in Biloxi, Mississippi, married to a...
Dorothea Wilcox. Jack oversaw every aspect of building the medical lab. He
Dorothea.
received special recognition for following through with his motto. It said he was kicked out of the men of letters for experimenting on humans. And look at the name of the guy who reported him.
Henry?
You are so very like your father, aren't you, John?
Got him. Oh, shit. You can't ever trust these motherfuckers.
Guess I can drop that phony accent now.
Ah!
Don't you worry. It'll all be over soon.
No, that's the phony accent.
I don't want you to make me forget.
Yeah.
Wait, you
Part
don't
of her
want to
now.
erase this hellish ordeal from your brain?
You guys have a plan to take down these Accreta bastards, right?
You want to help?
Cher's dead.
If there's a chance to sucker punch this queen of theirs, call me.
Bring her in. Absolutely.
They couldn't touch me, you see, because I was warded, same as y'all. So they came after my Dorothea.
Oh.
Left her in a coma.
This is no way to respond.
Take her off life support. I brought her home. But there's no world worth saving without her in it.
Oh my God.
Stingers are
The
capable
world
of
does not revolve around you and your
being's
pain.
consciousness into another's body.
Oh no.
Me.
Oh no. This is some get out shit. No. Who the hell are you?
Oh, sounds like young Winchester has met my goal.
You have a goal?
Oh my God. Not a golem.
Scroll secured inside his mouth.
I know John's gonna beat its ass.
Well, now, I wouldn't be so sure about that. That was my spleen.
Great cut. Ooh. He's ugh. That's disgusting.
Golem is under strict orders not to kill John. I need his body intact for my transfer.
Oh, nuh-uh.
And then we'll finally be able to live the long and healthy life we
Fuck
want.
John and Mary, huh?
By robbing us of our lives?
Yeah.
How romantic.
Your love will live on in us.
That's a real, like, metaphor of generational trauma. I like that. Oh, Golem. It's not your fault, man. Oh.
Did all that just to resurrect his wife.
He gave up everything. Also, he wouldn't lose Dorothea.
Things we do for love.
John? Are you paying
It's
attention?
not love.
What do you mean?
Jack was only thinking of himself. what he wanted. Didn't matter if it cost him his humanity to get it. That'll never be us, right?
Never.
Uh-huh.
Carlos, you're not seriously asking me to erase Anton, are you?
You saying you'd help Roxy?
No.
No, because giving your fear of intimacy a get out of jail free card does not count as help.
Hearing her say she'd be okay in spite of it made me realize
Powerful.
that sometimes the things you want to forget are probably the things you shouldn't.
What are y'all doing? Y'all need to get back to the group with the info, the intel.
Construction equipment.
Don't do this by yourselves.
We found the Akrita Queen.
Okay, now go make a plan. Oh no.
Kyle? Late night Winchester. Been meaning to talk to you about this whole Mary thing. What do you mean?
John doesn't know anything
You're
about
a
Dean.
critical thinker, so let me lay it out for you. You don't know it yet, but we're about to get in a big fight about Mary.
How long have you been controlling Kyle?
Long enough to leave a bunch of sad little journal entries in his diary about how you've been
Ah.
harassing him.
John,
I'll
bum
see
rush
you
him.
again real soon. Winchester.
Oh, he's gonna. Oh no, this looks so bad. Don't let Betty walk in. Oh, come, shut the door. No way, Millie, you don't think this. No, shut the door. Oh no, oh no. Oh, this looks so bad. This was a really good episode. This may be my favorite, one of my favorites for sure. I really like what they were doing here. As I said at the beginning, it definitely felt like they were going to do the whole, everyone else is doing something else and we're just going to have a focus on John and Mary. But no, that is not this show. And I think I've been traumatized by Supernatural to expect something like that. But they did not do that. And thankfully, because I really, really, really loved the Lata and Carlos stuff. It was incredible. And so exciting to see Roxy, the real Roxy, who has been thoroughly traumatized. We know now what it's like to have a Krita take over. And the way that Lata helped her with that was so nice and would probably help a lot of people. And honestly, maybe would help John with his PTSD. And even Carlos, if he needed it as well, even though Carlos is wanting to do it for Anton. No, Carlos, I know you have a fear of intimacy, but he saw what he needed to see in Roxy and he doesn't want to do that. But that was all great. And the fact that we know that Lata has been sleep communicating with Tony, that was so cute. I'm glad to hear it. And they were talking about like talking to one of the Akrita who wasn't an Akrita anymore. But in my mind, I was just like, oh, Roxy died. So I was so shocked to see her, but I'm so happy. And the fact that she still wants to remember and help as much as she can. And she said, hey, call me if you get a chance to go at the Queen. So I hope we get to call her in. We may need everyone we can get now that John seems to be in a pickle of a situation. So the Akrita are like talking to each other and being like, we got a problem here. And that problem is Dean Winchester, because he set this all in motion to get them taken care of. I've always had it in my mind that Dean doing this with tipping over that first domino was more of a help his family thing. But now it may seem that he's doing this to stop the Akrita, but like, what happened the first time? But whatever it is, they're on to him and they're going after John. I don't know if they think this is going to bring Dean out of the woodwork. It may take him because John's in trouble with the law. And, you know, Millie's face, she's probably in shock, but I think deep down she probably knows he didn't. Obviously with him being like, help, I need help. This is a problem. I think she'll believe him when he tells her what really happened. But that last bit was so unexpected. And then Mr. Sheffield, who I don't remember his name, so that's who he's going to be to me. I really like that the show is deepening the lore. I think, one of the bigger problems of Supernatural is the failure of the Minna Letters storyline. And I think this is helping with that. Seeing how involved they were, seeing the attitudes that we knew that they had towards the hunters, and seeing someone in that guy, Mr. Sheffield, who is a look in the future for John. He recognized what the problem was with what he was doing, putting his pain of losing his wife over all of humanity. And we know what losing Mary did to John and what it did to his children. So for them to get to see that up close and personal is pretty wonderful. And just the idea of what Mr. Sheffield was doing, trying to take over their lives, put themselves in those kids, John and Mary's body, while also having them being like frozen in there. Roxy described what that's like and how horrifying that is. And having it described as like our love, living on through them. I mean, that the effects of what John and Mary did directly affecting what Dean and Sam's lives were like. I mean, that is what happens generationally. You are affected by what happened with your parents and their parents and, however far back. So I really like that. I think the show is really rounding into itself. I think it's finding itself. And this was very entertaining. I'm very entertained by this. I think Lotta and Carlos are just dynamite. I think their relationship with each other is so fun. And I really love their dynamic and what they bring to the show. Like I said in the episode, you came for John and Mary because that's all you knew to expect. But you're staying for and you're living for Lotta and Carlos. They are so vital to the show and how important their characters are. I mean, they found the queen. Like, you need them. Look what they've done. Look what they did for Roxy. So yeah, I think the Winchesters has learned from Supernatural's mistakes, because I know there are some people that just love Supernatural for Dean and Sam only, but I think that was a real hindrance with the show that went on for so long to only prioritize what they had going on for the most part. I think Cass really worked his way in, whether anybody liked it or not. But this just shows you how important it is, how important a supporting cast is. And I'm living for it. So this was really, really good. I loved with a focus here on Mary and John having just something with just them and how much it relates to their children and where they are now. Love all that. So this just worked completely for me. I enjoyed it so much. I'm sad I've only got like 3 episodes left, but I got so excited when the Accreta were just sitting there talking about Dean, and they have a picture of him. That's a different picture, I think. Yeah, that's a different picture. And it just hit me like, oh, like, I know we saw him at the beginning and I know we have his voiceover, but it hit me that, oh, he might become a part of the plot. I mean, he has, in a guiding hand type way, but like, if they go after him, like, are we going to see him? Like, I'll die, guys. Oh my God. And it shows you, I think this was one of the better episodes in showing you why this show was needed, or I wouldn't say necessary, but like a great addition to the Supernatural canon, the universe itself. I know a lot of people probably are like, who cares about John and Mary? Like, this is why you should care about it. And it's a real shame that we won't get any more of this, but this is compelling. And I think it deepens and really helps with Supernatural. I think this makes Supernatural a better show when you can add layers in a prequel in this way. That also may be a sequel. The whole Dean of it all is really throwing me, like, I really don't know how to contextualize Dean being in the narrative of the show, whether or not this is something that had always happened, if this is a brand new thing, this first domino that he cast over, how it all fits into everything that we know to be true. It's all very curious, and we've got 3 more episodes to hopefully really like round it into what it actually is, to have the clearest idea of what we're dealing with. But I really like this episode. It was a damn joy. And John's in trouble, but at least Lata and Carlos know where the queen is, and that is a big deal. So yeah, can't wait for the next episode. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll be back soon.